Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse, and you're watching Now You Know. So, what's this?
I've been hearing a lot on all the podcasts I listen to lately about Blue Apron. They deliver fresh food to your door to make for dinner. And I thought, well, let's try a bunch of those different brands that are out there, see what they're like, and show our viewers what they're like so they don't have to try it themselves. They can get kind of a review, see if they might be interested in doing it. Because I like cooking, I like eating healthy food. So let's see if it's cost effective, if it's yummy, if it does what it's supposed to do.
Cool. Let's do it.
Okay, so on Blue Apron, you can decide how often you'd like your meals delivered. We're trying it out on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Today's a Tuesday, and this box arrived at after 6:45 p.m.
So it's a little too late for dinner.
A little too late for dinner. I think so too. So that's a kind of a check in the wrong box there.
Yeah.
But let's see what was delivered here. So we've got our little newsletter-y thing, I guess. And we've got our recipes for this week. So what we've got is seared chicken and broccoli and cheese enchiladas. So one thing we're primarily vegetarian, primarily plant-based, and so Blue Apron didn't seem to have a whole lot of choices when it came to vegetarian base. That's why we got a chicken one there. All right, so you get a bubble foil wrapped package with all your ingredients, and these are perishable, so you have to refrigerate them right away. Broccoli, purple carrots, chicken and rice knickknacks. Okay, I gotta know what that is. We'll figure that out. A lime.
Cool.
Flour tortillas.
Okay.
A couple kind bars. I guess that's in case you're getting hungry while you're cooking. Cilantro. Uh-oh, keep away from Jesse. Keep away. He doesn't like cilantro. Garlic. Brown rice. Ooh, a seckle pear.
I've never heard of that.
3 tomatillos.
Cool.
Monterey Jack cheese.
Sweet.
Broccoli enchilada knickknacks. Baby kale.
Nice.
Red onion. Long grain white rice. Boneless chicken breast cutlets.
Cool.
And another ice pack. So they really iced it up, and the ice is still pretty much ice. Like
Yeah, most of this is...
Yeah, I mean this one's starting to melt, but basically it's cold. It came refrigerated.
Cool.
All right, so those are the ingredients.
So the ingredients all come well labeled. The directions on the recipes are well written and clear. The prep does take a few minutes because everything comes as a whole food. I want to point out that these are not organic ingredients like you get with like Green Chef, but they are all fresh. The chicken, for instance, is antibiotic-free, but not free-range or organic. It is nice to have exactly the right amount of every ingredient with no waste. The portion sizes are good. This recipe serves 3 or 4. I like that there are purple carrots and brown rice and kale, all whole foods, and the flavors really work well together. There are even suggested wine pairings that you can order through Blue Apron.
So as you can see, the chicken is cooking up nicely. We got our purple carrots in here and our brown rice in there, and everything's just about done. All right, so did I pull it off? Does that look like that? I'd say I got it pretty close. Now the true test. How does it taste? Carrots are yummy. Wow. Thumbs up.
All right, so we just took a look at Blue Apron. What do you think of it?
I liked it. There's some things that I just want everyone to be aware of. It's not organic ingredients, so they're fresh, definitely fresh, and good ingredients, but they're not organic, so if that's important to you, just know that. I guess one thing I do want to point out, it comes via FedEx, at least to us, and I think it was shipped in our neck of the woods from New Jersey to Massachusetts, and the first box we got came at about like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night.
That's
I think
too late for dinner.
Yeah, it's too late for dinner. They do guarantee that it'll get there by I think 5:30, but this didn't.
Did you get refunded?
I didn't try to. We just cooked that night kind of late. But so just pointing that out, the first box came late. The next box came on time. It came around 5 o'clock or whatever. So if so I don't know if that's enough of a sample to prove anything. But just so you know, like if you're planning on it for dinner, it might come late and screw you up.
Okay. So what did you like about?
I like that all the ingredients come really well labeled. Everything's in its own little packet or bag, and so it's really easy to lay them all out for each particular recipe. And the recipe cards are really nicely done. It's 1 page each. You flip it over, and it's got all the steps, and there's pictures and really well done directions. So it was pretty easy to do. I guess just want to point out that it's a lot of chopping and stuff, so because you're getting whole food, so you're getting whole carrots and whole onions, so you're going to be doing some prep work for your meal, which is
not a packet.
Right, it's not a packet, which so just know that if you're the kind of person who wants just a packet, it's not a packet. But I kind of like chopping and prepping my meal.
Okay. What did you not like about it?
I guess I wish that there were more options for, so Jesse and I are plant-based, and with Blue Apron, there really weren't a lot of vegetarian meals. So that was one thing. Another thing was that because it's not organic, I just don't know if I would personally want to keep doing it from Blue Apron.
Okay.
But everything came out delicious.
And what would you recommend doing if say, I am thinking about Blue Apron? How would I start? What do you think the best way to do that would be?
Yeah, so they seem to have a good way to catch you, which is they do the first meal or two for free, depending on what promotion you find. So I would try a promotion, which would either get it to be free or close to free, and try it out for 1 or 2 meals to see if it works for you, because you might just be perfect for what your needs are right now. Like if you have a young family and going shopping is a pain in the neck, this is great. It shows up in a box all ready to go. If going shopping isn't a big pain in the neck for you, then maybe just the fact that there's recipes all kind of decided for you is nice. If you come home tired from work and there's a box ready to cook, then cooking a meal is no longer that big a deal. Whereas if you come home and then you have to go back out to the supermarket, pick a recipe, that can stop a lot of people. So this might be a good in-between.
Okay. And then how much does it cost?
So it looks like it really depends on the plans you pick. Okay, so you can pick whether it's for 2 people or whether it's for 3 or 4 people. You can pick how many times a week you want it to come. So there's a bunch of different plans, and I'm sure they're all going to change. It was very reasonably priced for the fact that you're getting these really good ingredients. So it was comparable to going out to the supermarket and getting the ingredients yourself. What I did like was that when you go to the supermarket and you buy your own, let's say, broccoli for dinner, you might have bought too much broccoli. They ship you just enough broccoli for the recipe. So when you're done, you don't have a lot of I've got half a thing of broccoli and half a thing of this. It's just what you need for the recipe. So that's nice, no waste.
And so it's like the spices, like you have a giant drawer full of spices, and you only need one of them once a year.
Right.
And then for the rest of the time, it's just sitting there, and then you forget where it is one day, and you go out and buy another thing of nutmeg.
Right.
And you have
forget
2 nutmegs, and then they.
So this is nice. It comes with the only things you need to provide are the pans, the knives, the chopping board, and usually some cooking oil. Pretty much everything else they supply. So that's a really good point, Jesse, is that there's many ingredients that I've never really tried before, right? Some kind of spice, or maybe tomatillos, or we had those kind of pears. This is a great way to try new ingredients that you might turn out to become favorites.
Cool.
So I would say it's a thumbs up. It's something you should definitely try sometime, because it could be a great way to if you're not cooking enough at home and you really want that experience, it's a great way to introduce that.
And then I think I have one more question.
Yeah.
So if it's for someone who's never cooked before, do you think that it's a good way to start cooking, or do you think that it's too overwhelming, or what do you think?
I think that if you just when it arrived, there are usually 2 or 3 recipes in the box, depending on what you ordered. If you just did one recipe and took your time to first just read everything through once without starting the oven, then I'd say you could definitely handle it. It's pretty basic.
Okay.
So now you know what it's like to order from Blue Apron. Tell us what you think in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you tried other cooking companies, let us know what your thoughts are about those. If you have any questions about Blue Apron, things you'd like to see in future episodes, we love to get comments, so please let us know. Oh, hey there. Just cleaning up after a shoot. Hey, we really do appreciate you watching, and we would love it if you'd consider becoming a Patreon patron. What is that? Well, it's someone who goes to our Patreon, which is a site where you can give a little money every month to support our videos. And our videos cost money. I mean, in this latest video, we had to subscribe to Blue Apron to get the food, to cook it and prepare it and show you what it was like. And it adds up. So your support would mean so much to us. So go over there to Patreon, see if you can give us even, $3 a month. Adds up to a lot of help for us. So we'd really appreciate your support, and thank you so much for watching. Now you know.